Hey, it's Joe Amoia, founder and creator of GPSforlove.com. Are you at that point in your love life where the hurt is so big, the pain is so raw, that you're having a hard time letting go? You're having a hard time moving on? Well, if so, I want you to pay close attention because I've got a video today that's going to help you learn how to heal, how to move on, how to let go so that you can go on and create that happy and fulfilling relationship that you really desire and deserve. So there's an expression that I believe, it's one that I've lived by. It's called, if you want to heal, you've got to feel. So what do I mean by that? Most of us as human beings, we don't like pain. We don't like feeling uncomfortable. We don't like to deal with the stuff that is really raw. And so what we do is we run from it. We suppress it. We numb ourselves from it. We become a victim and we blame everybody and everything. And so we don't feel the real pain, the real emotions that is really there. And so in order to go forward, I always say, in order to get past it, you've got to go through it. And that's where most of us get stuck, is because we don't want to go there. It's so uncomfortable. And so as a result, we just avoid it. And so today I'm going to give you 5 steps that are going to actually help you to not only to feel, but to heal in a way that's going to be safe, and it's going to allow you to process your emotions in a healthy way. So there are actually 5 steps. Step number 1 is you simply have to acknowledge your feeling. You have to identify, what is it that you're really feeling? See, for some of us, we're so bad at feeling that we don't even know what the hell we're feeling. We don't know if we're angry, we don't know if we're frustrated, we don't know if we're hurt. And so we got to get to the core feeling. What is the core main feeling that's driving what you're experiencing? Because once you identify that, then you have to get to, well, what's causing this feeling? This is usually the easy part. Is go, okay, I'm feeling this way is because I was lied to. I'm feeling this way because I, invested my heart and soul in the relationship and it didn't turn out. I'm feeling this way is because, a guy told me that he was going to be, my lover, my best friend, my partner for life, and he completely disappeared. So in this stage is once you identify the feeling, you don't want to judge it, because this is where that human logic comes in. This is where your friends say, well, just get over it, just move on. There's plenty of other fish in the sea. And it's not honoring your feelings. You've got to get in there and go, you know what? This is what I really feel. And the reason I feel this is because of that. Now, once you do that, now leads us to the 3rd step, and this is really the most important, is you want to identify what this feeling is costing you. See, there was a time in my relationship where I broke up with my ex-fiance, or we broke up, whatever you want to put on it, 28 days before walking down the aisle. And for 2.5 years, she basically told me one thing, and then 28 days before told me something else. Completely blew me out of the water. I was feeling really betrayed. I was feeling lied to. I was feeling angry. And I was feeling these emotions, which were raw. And I had to say, okay, what is it going to cost me to continue to feel these feelings and to continue to hold on to this energy? And do I want to do that? Do I want to spend the rest of my life living from this place? And it was like, hell no. I don't enjoy not feeling good. I don't enjoy being in that negative energy. And I wanted to get past it and through it as quickly and efficiently as possible. So that, for me, was identifying what it was going to cost me to live there. Once I realized that, it kind of became easy. It's like, okay, I don't like this, don't want to live here. What do I need to do? And that leads us to step 4. And that is to decide what feelings you want to feel instead. See, most of us just go there and we go, well, that's just the way it is. I'm just angry. I'm just hurt. And we don't do anything about it. So you've got to get in there and you've got to decide, what are the feelings that you really wanted to feel? And for me, is I wanted to be happy. I mean, as simple as it sounds, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get to that place where I could accept what happened, be at peace with it, and move on and be happy and create the life and the relationship that I really wanted. So that's step number 4, is you got to identify the feeling that you want to feel instead. And that leads us to the fifth step, which is another really important step, and that's to take action. And that's to take one step, to do one thing that's going to lead you closer to the feeling that you want to experience. So for me, again, it was about being happy. And so I did things that helped me to be happy. I went and did things socially, and did things physically. I started working out, I started biking, things to take my mind off the negative feeling and put it more onto the feeling and the experience that I wanted to have. And the really cool thing is, once I started to do that, I got through that pain that I was feeling so much quicker than I ever had before. You know, the first time I ever had my heart broken or had been betrayed, it literally took me like a year and a half to get over it. I mean, the pain was so raw. But by practicing these 5 steps, literally, no lie, within a couple of weeks, I was able to walk away from the pain of an engagement ending a month before getting married to, okay, yeah, that sucked. Yeah, that was horrible, but this doesn't define me. I can move on. I can create a better life. I can create a better future. Now, I know some of you saying, well, you're a guy, you know, it's easier for you. No, bullshit. We all have feelings, okay? It's the feelings that guys experience and the feelings that women experience are the same thing. It's how we process it logically. That's really the main difference. Men tend to be more logical creatures, where women tend to be more emotional creatures. But at the end of the day, we're all human beings and we're all driven by emotions. Men, it's the logic, it's the emotions that drive them to be logic. Women, it's the emotions that drive them to be more feeling. So this is something that if you're having a hard time moving on, you're having a hard time healing, that I really suggest you take some mirror time and really write down these 5 steps and put them into action. Because knowing these things and not doing anything about them is what I call mental constipation. It's having a bunch of knowledge and not putting it into action. So you've got to take it and you actually have to do this. So I'm going to give you a homework assignment, okay? I want you to go do these things and I want you to report back what your first step is going to be. And I want you to take that step and promise yourself within 24 hours. And then report back tomorrow and tell me if you feel a little differently. I know you will. So as always, it's an honor and privilege to be with you. I'll see you next time. Much love.